All right, this is a low intensity circuit, just a nice stretch with a little bit less intense exercises, mainly a stretch and breathing and relaxing. Okay, let's take a deep breath, go in, slowly, slowly release it. One more time, deep breath in and slow release it. One last time, deep breath in and release it. Just take your hands on the top, give it a good stretch, and take a nice bend to your right and slow down with it and just take a left bend and slowly come up. Now just take a front bend, nice one in the front. Take a nice stretch in the front. Keep your hands at the back and slowly bring yourself up and go for a nice back bend to relax your lower back and take a little pause, look up and slowly resume up. Excellent. Now try and take your hands or fingers or palm on the floor. See how far you can go. Just try to stretch a little bit of your lower back. Take a good stretch. Take a nice stretch as far as you can go. Take it to the right. Nice stretch. Come back center. Take it to the left. Nice stretch. And come back center. Slowly bring yourself up and take it to the right. Okay, just take it to the right, give it a nice hold, just a little lunge, press a little bit on the front, keep the back leg straight, and just take it in the front of your hands and back. In the front and back. In the front and back. Just a nice hold. You can try and not press to release too much pressure in the front leg. Just come up a little bit. Do not pressurize your front leg too much. Just take it in the front and back and front and back and front and back. Now release yourself from it and go to the opposite side. Now this time I'll be going with a little side and back, sides and back. Just a stretch to the right, outside and back. Just see if you can bend a little bit in the front. Just a little more stretch to the front. Keep the back legs nice and tight and straight to the right and back. Last two and back. Last one and back and centralize it. Well done. Now let's go with a little bit of a side bend. Just to stretch each side. Stretch each side. Nice stretch to the right, nice stretch to the left, just a nice stretch. Take it a little wider. If you can go a little wider, take a wider stretch. And to the left and back, to the right and back, to the left and back. Keep it going and left and right and relax. Okay, now we go for a little bit on the higher end. So whenever you take a stretch, move your hands to the top and to the top and to the top. Last one on the top. Take it to the right and back. Take it to the left and back. One more time on the right, and each time just last one here, and you return. Well done. Bring your feet a bit closer. Now I'll be going with a little bit of a squat, a little less intense one, but just a little bit as if you're going to sit down on a chair and you come up. You go for a little bend in the front and come up. Now you can always choose to go less of a bend and come up, less of a bend and come up. Now press your hands on your thighs, and whenever you press, give it a press and up. Now if you can go a little low, go low and come up. Try to push the hips back and come up. Last three and back and come up. Last two and back and come up. Last one and back and you release. Well done. Now we go a little on the floor, just so we can get a little more leg stretched and a little more with your back. Okay, so keep your leg back here, one at the back, one in the front. This is where I am now. I'll try to see if I can take a nice posture, if I can press my back leg a little bit more. So you want to take a little more stretch of the back leg, just if you can. If not, struggle, just take it at the center, that's fine as well. Okay, so we take a back leg stretch at the back. Now I'll be going with a little leg in and as much as I stretch back. So if you are in the center, just see if you can stretch a little bit and bring the leg in. Take a leg stretch at the back and bring the leg in. Bring the leg stretch at the back and bring it in. Last 3, just drag it outside and bring it in. Just drag it 2 times and bring it in. Last one, give it a good drag and you come back in. Well done. Do the same with the right leg. Now keep the left leg static and only drag the right leg. You bring it in. Just take a nice drag on the back and you come in. A nice drag of the leg at the back and you push it in. Last 4 and you bring it in. Last 3, nice stretch and bring it in. Take a nice stretch of the second and bring it in. Just the last one, give it a nice stretch at the back and you bring it in. Well done. Now stay here. We will be going with a palm on the floor this time. Now I want my leg to go up in it and just take a nice stretch onto the front and back. Just a step and back. Just a step up and back. Nice stretch. Try to stretch it each side and back. Just last one stretch and back and you come back in. Let's do the same with the right leg outside. Just the same. Take an outside leg and back. Just an outside leg and back. Just an outside leg and back. Just 2 more. Outside and back. Last one. Outside and back. And you relax. Now we'll be going with a little more of the stretch here. So I'll be taking my stretch drags in the front. Okay, so just a drag of the stretch in the front. Now you have to keep your hands just to support you nicely, however you think you can support. Just bring the right leg in the front and back. Keep the back leg straight and only the right one moves in the front. Okay, so we'll do 1 leg at a time, 5 each leg. 5 in the front and bring it back. 4 in the front and bring it back. Go for it. As much as you can stretch, just stretch it and bring it back. As much as you can stretch and bring it back. Last one. Give it a good stretch and you return. Let's practice the same with the right. Give it a good stretch on the right and back. Just the same stretch. We take the drag in and out. Just to drag in and out. Just to drag out and back. Just 1 more drag out and back to position. Last one and back and you relax. Now just relax it. Take a nice bend in the front. Just a stretch. Nice relaxing stretch and you come back. Now we'll extend a little bit of our stretch. So when we are down like this, I'll be taking my hands outside and stretching it back in. We take a full circle outside and stretching it back in. So stretch your hands nice across, round it and bring it back in, round it up, across it and you bring it back in. Just last 3 more, across, you bring it back in, last 2, across, you bring it back in and last one, go nicely and you bring it back in and you relax up. Okay, now we go for a little more stretch with a little more stretch further. Okay, so I take it further in it and I bring it back. Okay, just relaxes your upper back quite a bit. So go for a nice stretch in the front and bring it back in. Let's go in again. Go for a nice stretch in the front as much as you can go and bring it back in. 1 more time. Just take it as far as you can go. You don't have to go beyond your comfort, just a stretch where you feel a good amount of stretch. Just try and resume yourself, okay? Last two, go for a nice stretch and come back. We go for the last one there, a nice front stretch, and we slowly come back and we lift ourselves up, okay? Now, we go for a nice stretch with the hands all together, okay? This is my hands together. Now I will be going with the stretch in the center and up and back, okay? Now try and push your upper body a little beyond your hands. So if you can take a little bit further with it and push a little ahead, even better. If not, stay where you are, comfort level. Just find a nice comfort position and push your hands up and just a nice tight position. Take your body beyond your hands. Take a nice stretch. Now, if you can go a little bit further with it, go further with it and come back. Go a little like a swing and you come back. A little like a swing and you come back. Nice swing. Last 5 of these. Almost done. Keep your hands together and push your body in the front. Go on top. Just take it a bit further if you can. Push yourself. If you can push a little further, just a nice extra work with your hands. Give it a good stretch. And last one there, up you stretch and you relax. Okay, just relax your shoulders, release it. Just bring your hands to the sides, just like that. We just curl our back a little bit, okay? So we curl our back, relax that back, and we curl on the top, okay? Just a nice curl, relax your upper back, and we relax. Last 2 more, relax your upper back, and look in the front. Last one, we relax the upper back, and we go and look in the front. Well done. Now, I'll be going with a nice circle from front and back, okay? This is my front and back and front and back. Now I'll be going each hand 10 times. All I want you to do is go in the front, keep the hands straight and tight, and just swing it across, and 3 and back, 4 and back, and 5 and back, and 6, almost done, 7 and back, and 8 and back, and 9, and go for the 10th and back, and you rest it. You do the same with the right leg. All I have to do is take the swing to the front and back, to the front and back, nice up and back, 3 and back, 4 and back, 5 and back, 6 and back, 7 and back, 8 and back, 9 and 10 and back, and you relax. Okay, now take a nice stretch again as you'll go with it a little further with. Okay, now come back to the first hand you started with. We will be going with a little leg outside this time. So we will be going with the leg outside. We curl it to the back and open it up. We curl it to the back and open it up. Okay, so we just hold our hands under the shoulders, give it a good nice hold. We hold the hands to the top, we curl the hands and up, curl the hands and up. We go for the third one on the top, we go for the fourth one on the top, and the fifth and the top, and the sixth and the top, and the 7th, almost done, last 3 and up, last 2 and up, last 1 and up, and relax. Let's do the same, literally the same, nicely. Just take your hands, leg outside in a comfortable position, hands just under the shoulders, and take a nice position, and you go up and in it and out and in and out and in and out 3 and out. Give it a good nice twist. 4 and out, and 5 and out, and 6 and out, and 7 and out, and 8. Almost done. Last 2 and up. Last 1 and up, and we relax. Okay, just give it a nice stretch of the hands to the top. We go with a little taps at the back. Okay, so we hold the hands on the top here. We go for a little bit on the sides and on the sides, and a tap and back to the right, up, to the left, up. We take it down at the back and come back again to the right, in, to the left, in, and take it back and bring it in. To the right, in, to the left, in, and take it back. And last few more times, just a twist each side, a twist each side, and back. Last 2 in it, almost done. Give it a good stretch, and back. Last 1, in and to the right you stretch, to the left you stretch, and you come back and relax. Well done. We go with a little bit of a hand stretch and with a little back. Okay, so we go with a little back stretch and tap, back stretch and tap. Now you can always take a little bend forward, or you can do a little hand bend as well. So you go for a back stretch and a back stretch. We go for a back hand and back bend. Okay, so you can always choose to go for a back bend with keeping your hands at back to just control that movement a little more. Okay, so go for a stretch and back, go for it again. Back you go with a little stretch, look up and back. Push your hands, take a little stretch and come back. You don't have to jerk it. You can just go very slow with the bend and take the hands, stretch at the back, or just go for a bend, look up, go for a back stretch and a bend. Almost done. Last 4 and look up. Last 3 and look up. Last 2 and look up. And last 1 and look up and relax. Well done. Now we go for the side taps, but a little at the back. So we go a little wider with the legs, and I'll try to tap on my heels at the back. Okay, just tap to the heels at the back. I'll try and see if I can tap my heels and tap my heels. Now you can always choose not to tap your heels, but just try to tap your calf. If you don't want to tap your knee, heels, just a tap on your calf is okay. Okay, so we go for 20 of these, just to stretch each side. We go 3, we go 4. Either you touch your heels or just your calves. See how far you can go with a stretch, and back and tap and tap and tap and tap. Just almost halfway through. We go 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and you relax. Well done. Just take a nice stretch, look down, just a nice bend in the front and come up. Just a nice bend in the front, sit down a little and come up. You can always hold your ears instead of just joining your hands if that is a little less and more comfortable, and you come back up. Go for a little bend and you come back up. Last 3 bends and come back up. Last 2 bends and come back up. And last 1 bend and come back up. Well done. Well done. Now we'll go with a little extension just where we are. We take this leg stretch out and we go for a little bend here just to stretch it and release it. A nice stretch, just a nice stretch each side. Bring it back in. We will go with a little further steps with it. Just give it a good stretch. Nice each side. hold the stretch, and come back in. Now we take the leg outside here, and then we go for a nice tap on the front and a tap on the sides. A tap on the right, and bring the feet up if you can with it as much as you can. You can always choose to go for a tap on the sides and just bring the leg outside. Or if you can take it a bit further, bring the leg in the front and go for a tap to the side, bring the leg in the front. Go for a tap outside. If you find it a bit struggle, you can always press it in the sides, okay? Just a press is good. Just to the sides or a press here is good. Just take it as the best you can. Either on the front you press and take it back, and front you press and take it back. Almost done. Last two, you press and take it back. Just take a transition that's comfortable. You don't have to be quicker or any slower than your comfort, and take it to the tap and relax. Well done. Do the same with it. You go for the tap to the side, and you can push the leg to the press. That's fine as well. If you can take a little more discomfort and try for a little intensity, try to bring your leg forward. Okay, let's take it to tap and press. Go for again tap and go for a press. Now try to swing the tap and press it forward and come back. Take a tap and bring the leg forward and press. Take a tap and bring the leg forward. It will be a bit imbalancing here and there, but it's all for you to create the balance the next time that your muscles work for you. Almost done. Take a tap on the sides and a front bend. Take a tap, last two of these. In the front, you bend. Last one of this, and almost done. And a press, and you tap. Well done. Just relax your leg. Now, we take the leg one at a time, okay? So I'll be taking my leg on to the right and tap, on to the left and tap, on to the right and tap. Okay, I want to raise my leg onto the top. Now you can always choose to not raise it, but step it and come back. A step and come back. A step and come back. Okay, you can always choose to just step it out and back. Just step it out and back. Or you can take a step a bit further, just raise it and come back. Just raise it and come back. A raise and back. If you struggle, you can always hold something to next to you just to give you a bit balance, so you can raise your legs each time, okay, if that helps. Almost done. Last 5, last 4, we go again, 3, last 2. Just becomes a little more work for the balancing leg, and that's all well and good. Okay, just do the same with the left. Either you take your leg a little outside, step and back, a little outside, step and back, or you raise your leg above the ground and take a nice push. A nice push. Take it up and back, up and back, up and back, up and back. Last, let's count from here. 8 and back, 7 and back, 6 and back, 5 and back, 4, always balance, 3 and back, 2 and back, 1 and back, last and relax. Excellent work. You can always choose to do a little less intensity sometimes. Just making sure you do the exercise is also important than just doing it in high intensity. Okay, so we're going with a little press here. Okay, just a press and a push. I want it a little wider this time, and I want a little deeper press and push. Okay, deeper press and push. A nice deep press and push. Just stretching your glutes and your quads. Just taking a nice push each time, and a push and a nice press and push. Last 3, almost done. We are done with these We'll go on the top, back to the mat. We'll do a little finishing stretch cardio, and we finish with a little nice holds of the stretches, and we are done for the day. Almost done. Okay, last one there. Give it a press and up, and you relax. Now bring the feet together and try and come up a little bit. A little slow pace. You can always push one leg up and come up. We jerk the legs off a little bit just because we have been using it. A nice finishing cardio on the mat, just because it always helps with the legs and abs and everything. Okay, so now I want you to take a little on the back. Okay, this is my cardio with a little back kicks. Now I want the kicks, the leg to be straight. So make sure either you hold something if you want, or you just keep your hands on your waist so your back leg is absolutely straight. Okay, press on the right standing leg and give it a nice kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take the other leg back. Again, do the same. Keep the back leg straight. Hold your position tight. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Halfway through, last 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and you relax. Well done. Now we go with a little bit of a swing with it. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Last 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and last one, back and center. Okay, we do the same. We swing it outside. 1 and back and 2 and back and 3 and back. And nice swing back. Nice swing in the front and back. Hold yourself. Give it a good balance. Every time you step, you balance it on the leg and back. Last 3 and back. Last 2 and back. Last 1 and you relax. Well done. Give it a good stretch now. I'll be going with a little holds, okay, just to stretch and hold of my back and the legs. So give it a nice sumo squat, just to hold, press here, just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, slowly squeeze your hips and come back. We go in again. Just hold it for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly bring yourself, squeeze it on the top of the hips, and you relax. Well done. We go for a lunge with a little lunge at the back. Keep the back leg as straight as possible. Take a nice hold. Keep your spine erect. Look in the front. Take a nice hold and stretch it at the back of the leg. Stretch your calves and rest it. Let's go on the other side. Do the same. Keep your body straight. Stretch at the back of the calves. Use nice stretch on the back leg. Don't pressurize the front. Just stretch your back, stretch your calves, and you relax. Well done. And let's go for a nice deep back bend to relax the lower back. Look up and slowly bring yourself to the front in a front bend. Relax the front bend and slowly, slowly bring yourself up. We go for a bit of a calf raise. Just take a calf raise and nice raise of your elbows, of your arms, and give it a good stretch. And you slowly relax. Excellent. Take a nice stretch of your hands each side. On each side, you stretch. Take it on the top. Each stretch. Just finishing with the stretch. And we come back. Give it a good pull of both the hands against each other. Just a nice pull, a nice push in the front, and take a push to the top, and you relax. Take a deep breath. Release it. Take a deep breath. One more. Fantastic. All done for the day. fantastic work done. Let me stop the recording and have an awesome